And let's see what the AI does. The AI, based on the memory, the model, and the training and GPT where we gave it, it gives us an answer right away. Like I said, very instantaneous, very quick, low latency. And here's the response it would give to us, or if the person's connected to the other end. All right, in this video, we're going to check out how to increase your sales and output for your business instead of hiring someone, getting some admin work, trying to put some, job post hirings, and get an AI sales agent instead for your HVAC, right? So in this video, I'm going to share with you the workflow for an AI agent to help. It's going to, when people come on your website, it's going to have them qualify through chat. For example, let's say if you have someone chatting through Facebook, or if you have someone chatting through your website, whatever situation you have, someone has a question for you. This is going to help an HVAC company, whether it's yourself or someone you're trying to provide value for, to systemize that process. So I'm going to dig into that in a bit here. But before I do, I'm going to run through why this actually matters. I have some case studies. I've broken it down and why the value proposition is for someone in the HVAC space, and how you could use this asset to potentially even get hired by someone in the HVAC business. Or if you're someone in the HVAC business, this home service business, this might help you out as well, so you can look into better things for your business, right? So when it comes to the HVAC industry, these people are very busy. They're very busy people. They don't have time to do sales activities. They don't have time to, be on calls and things of that nature. They enjoy working with their hands, and they need to do what they do best, right? So they don't have time to pick up the call. This is why an AI agent, sales agent, is the best thing for them. It frees up a lot of time for them. So some of the problems they have is slow response time, which equals to misleads. If the person is working on a thing, his phone is not going to be on him. He's not going to want to answer it. It's taken away. It's inefficient. So they're slow to respond. Someone called, they see a number, they think it's some spam call, they don't call it back. Those are misleads. You never know who's calling for your services. And when the people call for your services, they want to know the answers to the questions right away. So if you're not providing that, this misleads for you. More money on the table. The management of the leads is another problem. How are they knowing who's who? Are you saving the number, or what's going on, right? You don't know these things. So that's why when you have an AI sales agent, it does the management process for you, updates it on a sheet or CRM for you. All these things that take manual work, right? And if you are someone that's a little bit more adept in the business, you've been there longer than anyone else, you might have maybe an assistant or an admin doing these things for you, which still costs money. But the downside to that is they're just not available when you want it to them. An HVAC person might be working around the clock, right? Working for corporations at midnight, for example, right? So having someone to help you out at all the times throughout the week, 7 days a week, maybe on a weekend, might not be available to you. So having an AI sales agent provides that value to your business. You can have availability 24/7, weekend, Monday, holiday, whenever it is. Someone's house heat breaks down middle of winter, boom, this AI sales agent helps you systemize that process for you, and the lead, capture that lead, right? And you can scale it as you go along, right? So you don't have any lost sales due to lack of, not engagement, not having staffing issues, stuff like that. And if you want to scale it, you can also do that there too. And the biggest factor, the biggest value point, is just the amount of time you save when it comes to interacting with the client, right? If you have your system streamlined, where things are just streamlined for a client or a prospect, asks you a question, you book a call, and just go show up to their house, or the HVAC person, professional shows up to their house. That's the biggest valuable thing. They don't want to do sales. They don't want to ask questions. Just show up and get the thing done. So if you have this systemized, it's one of the most biggest value points going for someone in the HVAC industry, right? So what does this happen? What does this do for them? It lowers lead conversions, right? If the leads come, it lowers the lead conversion. So if a lead comes in, and you're only converting maybe 5%, now you're converting 30% if you have an AI sales agent. So more cash for your business, right? Without these systems, you probably won't have the chance to scale. You probably won't have the chance to have growth potential. So aside from all these things, right? I want to show you what the AI sales agent looks like, but you have some of the revenue increasing metrics that are also quite valuable to look at, right? So we have faster response time, higher lead conversions, automated follow-ups, reminders, hey, you booked a call with us, all these things. I see a lot of HVAC people, they're hiring people in India. I get calls from myself, but as soon as I pick up, some guy saying, hey, this is Sam. Funny stuff, it's good stuff, but hey, first of all, we know your name is not Sam, so the engagement, if you're relying on these third party or like third world type of situations, it's not going to be good for your business, and it's going to cost you and probably not give you the engagement that you want. So if you have an AI sales agent do it for you, whether it's through calls, chat, you're winning. You're positioned in front of scale and you're winning. And if you want to provide this value to a client and run them through the step-by-step value propositions, again, you're winning on that end too, right? Because you're educating on what they could save, right? Same time, the competitive advantage they get over everybody else. A lot of the people in HVAC, they're old timers, people in trades, not good with technology. And if they have someone on board, or if you have this advantage for your business, you have the edge, right? You have the edge. You're going to be the go-to guy that people rely on when it comes to doing HVAC and things of that nature. Your speed is there, you're efficient, you're reliable, you're there on the weekends, we can talk to you, we can ask questions. Everything is systemized, right? So many value propositions for the HVAC industry. Let's get into some of the metrics. Let's get into some of the metrics and compare if you have a system like this AI sales agent on your team or on your business versus if you don't. So when it comes to conversion rate, the AI sales agent, which is the green one here, beats any metric when it comes to manual process. The guy is busy doing the work, he can't get into the thing, lead is missed. Low conversion rate. Follow-up rate. Somebody asks you a question, you don't get to, you just answer the question, you don't follow up with them, right? As a human, manual process, you lose, right? Response speed. Someone calls you, goes on a missed call. Someone asks you a question on your website, on your chat, browser, you don't respond. It's a dead process. The AI speeds it up, gets their opt-in, gets their email information, calls them. If you have the systems and processes, it calls them, does everything for you. It's scalable, so you avoid all this. And the best part about this is the cost, right? So if you were to hire someone, that's even a third world hire across the world somewhere, you still have to pay a couple dollars an hour, where the AI is in the pennies, might not even cost you per hour, might cost you per performance, right, per call. So why would you onboard someone and pay them $20, $30 a day, even at the lowest, when you could have the AI cost you much, much more less, so you can scale and look towards bigger things to solve for your business, like more leads, spend your money on getting leads so you can convert those leads, right? So again, we're seeing here the time saved per interaction. Here's the time saved per interaction. If you were an HVAC person, or you were someone in the business of doing this, you'd spend over 120 hours just interacting with a customer in a week, trying to get them to book a call, asking them the right questions. Hey, can I come? All this and that. Versus the AI, when you have AI on board, you don't even have to think about that part. It gets eliminated, right? Following up time, customer interaction time. Hey, can I book you on this call? Are you booked on Friday? Do you want me to come on Friday? Everything is eliminated when you have the AI. It becomes an afterthought for the professional, the HVAC professional, right? Where before they were probably running around doing all these things, acting busy at the end of the day. A lot of people like to act busy. They think they're business people. But in reality, they're just not efficient. They don't know systems. And if you are someone who wants to implement it for them, it's a win-win once they get to see these metrics, the value proposition you have. So now here's the thing, over time, if you look at it as someone who adopts with AI, someone who doesn't, what's the possibility? What's the growth rate? Let's say you are in the town Chicago right now and you are aware of this solution for your business. Your revenues might be looking about, 60,000 right now a year. Average HVAC person maybe 60 to 100K. If you deploy the AI over time, now this is over a span of 3 to 4 years, over time, exponentially, that market share is going to come to you because you're just much more efficient. You can scale, you can deliver to the market, and you can break through that 7-figure barrier very quickly if you understand systems and scale, right? So that's just an example. We can go through different examples, but I want to show you exactly what this model looks like. So let's say we are in the chat right now. So this exact nodes that we have here, we have your chat node. This will be connected to potentially, a system you have in place. Now, it could be a WhatsApp, it could be your Facebook chat, it could be your website chat. So I'm going to give it an example. Somebody comes in. Hello, I have a question about my furnace. Let's just say about my furnace. And let's see what the AI does. The AI, based on the memory, the model, and the training and GPT where we gave it, it gives us an answer right away. Which, of course, I'd be happy to help with your furnace, because what did you like to know? Curious if I need a new furnace, can you send someone to check it out? All right. So the AI, again, is going through the memory. Absolutely. And let's see what the AI does. The AI, based on the memory, the model, and the training and GPT where we gave it, it gives us an answer right away. Like I said, very instantaneous, very quick, low latency. And here's the response it would give to us, or if the person's connected to the other end of the, we can arrange for specialists to visit, right, and access your furnace to facilitate this. Could you please provide me with your name, phone number, and email address? A representative will contact you shortly to schedule a visit. Okay, sure. My name is Donnie. My phone number is 825-712-6553, and my email is zafarontech@gmail.com. All right, so let's see what happens. Okay. Boom. We just got a message right away, no latency, everything is connected. I don't know if you see that. Let me open it up. Boom. Donnie, you guys see that? Donnie, phone number, this. It just gave us an update. So if I'm a tech, right, we have the phone number, I can decide to call him back right away, or we could have another node connected to here. So as soon as something like this comes in, a lead comes in, it calls them through another node, which does the cold call or the customer engagement through phone, the AI handling the call, right? So it depends where we want it to go to, but I wanted to keep it simple for you as we go through here and make it more valuable for you. So you can deploy this, you can pop this in if you want, give it a test try. I'll put the links below where you can access this. And if you want to see some real life case studies of different people doing this, I can show you different case studies I pulled through different companies who are actively working with the HVAC industry. So it's not something, some hypothetical thing. This is active things that are happening right now. So you are early into the process. So if you wanted to see what happens, we could definitely check out some of these real life case studies, right? So we have multiple case studies here where a company, Full Throttle AI, is doing it. Right, they were able to achieve 30% conversions within the first year. So, like we said, within the first year, similar to exact metrics we have here, 30% company. All they did was deploy AI agents for their business. Right, so we have another company, another 30% increase. HVAC company, Synapses. Here's another interesting one. This company actually has some real life use cases. So if you're someone trying to deploy these things for them, we have some real life case studies. So you have home services, jewelry, furniture, retail, more HVAC, right? So all these things, they work for the industries we're saying right now. HVAC, med spa, and people use cases are using it right now. So if this was an interesting video for you, whether you're someone in the professional, the service industry, you don't want to sleep on these types of things, it can help, alleviate a lot of the troubles you have in your business and just go to the next level. Scale may help you make more money. But if you're someone that wants to help people to deploy these things, we have more resources for you. Check out the link in below, and we'll see you on the next video. Hopefully you get some value out of this one. So we'll see you on the other side. Take care. Bye-bye.